What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome back to Gibraltar United. So the two big deciders in this year's Champions League group stage. We could get that top place finish or we could find ourselves back in Europa League. One thing we do know is that we are in a knockout round of a competition this year. So that is all good, but of course we want to be pushing for even higher. So today is the first match is against Juve at home. Now, last time we played Juve at home, we drew to them. I can't quite remember the score, but we couldn't beat them. So today, going into this match, we need a win. You know, I'd like to win by a margin of 2 goals, and the reason I'd want to win by a margin of 2 goals is because then their goal difference thing here no longer becomes into play. If we could win by a margin of more than 2 goals and not concede an away goal, then a margin of more than 2 goals, sorry, then we'd go above them in the table from A, points, and then B, if we were to lose the last game, we'd still be above them in the table. So there's lots of things I would love, but I know they're most likely not going to happen. This is going to be one of the toughest games, and as you can see from the team selection, we're weak in a few areas, especially the defense, where we don't exactly want to be weak. So let's run through this. So in goal we have Cox, right back Perez, Amari, Meti, and Musta. Now I'm going to focus on this. It's the same attackers and midfielders as the other game, so I'm not going to go through them. But let's go through my reasoning. So first of all, when I last saw you, I put Masudi at right back. And then I started looking at Masudi, I looked at Perez, and I was like, you know what, I think Perez is a better right back. And I thought, yeah, you know what, I'll put Perez right back and put Amari at centre back. And that's my thinking. Now, I'm realising Perez isn't currently match fit. He got injured whilst away at Venezuela's international team. So, I'm actually thinking, no, I've got to play him. I've got to play him. I was going to say I'm going to think of put Masudi in, but I've got to play him. But another bit of news as well is Dan Morgan, who is also injured, would have been on the bench otherwise. He was injured away on international duty. Now, you're thinking Dan Morgan's English, so what? He's now playing for Gibraltar. So another player that we've had here for 5 years, and he's now decided, yep, I'm going to declare nationality for Gibraltar. 29 years of age, so approaching the latter end of his career. He's probably got 4 or 5 years maybe max left, maybe 5. Who can say how long he'll really go on for? But it's good to get another player from our team in the selection, because now we have Amari, who again I spoke about this in the previous video, I think, who isn't actually Gibraltarian, but now plays for them. We've now got Dan Morgan. Hopefully we'll get a few more following in that way soon. Is Meti? I think he plays for, he's probably plays for Ivory Coast, so that would rule him out. I'm trying to think who else has been here for a decent length of time, because apart from Perez, Amari, and Morgan, we don't really have many people who've been here for a while. I mean, otherwise everyone else is capped apart from Carlos, but I think Carlos has been here for what, 2 years now. He's been here for 3, but so he's another 2 years away. Mazzatelli would probably be too old and probably leave by that, and he reaches his 5 years. So otherwise it's just youngsters, and most of the youngsters in this squad are currently playing for youth setups in other countries, so there's no indication to them that they won't make that first team, so they wouldn't really declare nationality to Gibraltar, at least I wouldn't think anyway. McCourt, actually, there's one. Oh no, mate, McCourt plays for Northern Ireland, sorry, I just remembered he scored his first goal for Northern Ireland, not this guy. He scored his first goal for Northern Ireland, McCourt, I think in the summer. He's only played 6 times for them, but he's already eligible as well. But let's go into this match. So, let's see what's going to go on. Who do they reckon is going to be better? You very good team, and I think they have enough quality to see past Gibraltar United. Of course, they've mentioned our right back missing out. Now, both of us could qualify today. If we draw and Moscow win, we both go through. So obviously, you know what the mutual aim here is going to be. We're going to want to win. We're not going to obviously go out there and think, yeah, a draw will be perfect for both of us. That's exactly what we need, because we don't know Moscow are going to win. We both want to win so we can secure ourselves top spot. If we lose today, we're going to the Benfica match knowing that we have to lose by a margin of less than 2 goals to go through. So obviously, like I said, this is just setting up an easier final game in a way. I still think a draw here today is... I would take a draw probably today. I'm not too sure actually. No, we need a win. You know, we need a win. We also need. We really need Moscow to get something in the other match. That is if we don't win. Even if it's a draw, we need Moscow to get something in the other game. Juve are on the attack. Perez with a good tackle, playing right back today. I think it's one of the first times I've ever played him right back. I don't think I've ever played him out there. I may have in the past, but I can't remember. Amari getting the ball away. In fact, Ceciliano could be through here. Oh, goalkeeping mistake. Get in there, Ceciliano, giving us a goal in the 11th minute and moving us into first place. It was all from an Amari clearance and no real pressure being put on the defender by Sonogo, but he forced a terrible back pass. I don't even know who it was to. It wasn't to the goalkeeper. It wouldn't really look like it was going to the other centre-back. And Ceciliano, very cool, calm and collectedly, placed it in the back of the net. I say placed it, he kind of thumped it actually. It wasn't exactly rolled along the floor, but still back of the net, 1-0. And Cox with a very good save, keeping Juve out the other end not too long later. So that's good. We keep our 1-0 lead. Sonogo's looking nervous. Not really sure why. I'm just going to do a team talk to him. We're going to, just to Sonogo, just to, you know, tell him there's no pressure. There is no pressure on him. He's no longer near the top goal scorer, I don't think. I think Bayern Munich striker has got like 9-10. He's in double figures, I think, already. And Sonogo hasn't scored since he smashed him in against Moscow, I think. So... or did he score in the previous game against Moscow? I can't remember. So quite poor. I think he did. Ceciliano, no, he didn't actually. No, it was 1-0, weren't it? And Dugel scored. So he hasn't scored since he thumped load past Moscow at home. But yeah, had a chance to go 2-0 up there. Didn't exactly take it, and we need to take any chance we can get. The sooner we can put this game or get a cushion in this game, the better it is for us. Because stuff, you know, it could easily turn. You know, they could show us a highlight 4-5 passes later. It could be 1-1, and we don't really want that. Juve are definitely playing better out of the two of us, you know, having a few more chances and stuff. But we're not really seeing too much yet. Amari to Sidibe, good ball forward to Ceciliano, and it's a good save from Rulli. Ceciliano missing another chance there. Taking the corner now, and it's not able to find a red and white shirt. Mazzatelli playing it back out wide to try and whip this one back in. Dispossessed. Ceciliano, despite scoring that goal, has missed a few. Sonogo, why is he still looking nervous, Sonogo? Just needs to... I mean, it is big pressure occasion and stuff. This could be our best chance to get first for a long time, but... you know, we just need everyone to be calm and play the way they're playing. In fact, Gilliman at half-time, 1-0, that's perfect. Doing well so far, exactly what you would say. And hopefully all them nerves and anything negative will just leave and we can, you know, build some good body language up. You know, look, if people looking confident and stuff, like I just saw a second ago. In fact, Mazzatelli to Carragher. He's been tackled in the box. Really good tackle. Looked quite hard as well. And no, Bazin's... Oh my God, what a terrible shot from their striker. And we still keep it at 1-0. Wow, see what I mean? A counter-attack. I mean, how many passes was it from Carragher being tackled to that guy getting a goal? It was probably, what, 3 passes or so? And then, you know, they missed the chance. They scuffed it. So we definitely need a second if we want to secure the win in my eyes. Otherwise we might draw. And in fact, oh my God, good block there. I don't know who it blocks. I think it might have been Meti. Oh no, a free kick and fuck. Free kick from Coman. And wait, anyway, yeah, the picture. I was like, what? I'm surprised his hair matches up with his picture. But yeah, they scored a free kick. And it's surprising that one of their better chances ended up not being the thing that actually gave them the lead. Now, Sonogo is still looking nervous, and I don't really know what to do with him. So I'm just going to assertively demand more. I've got to see more from Sonogo, or he's going to come off. And I'm going to give him, what, maybe another few minutes or so? I need to see something. Maybe this could be it. Maybe this could be the something I want to see. Ceciliano playing it out to Meti. I don't know what our centre-back's doing out of the right-back role. Ends up giving it back to him. What the fuck's Muster doing there? Oh no, we've been dispossessed. Now we've got to get back. Perez. I think that's Perez. Actually, I don't know. Actually, it might be Amari. Good save from Cox. A rebound. Fucking powerless. Come on. Fucking me. You got to come off now, I'm afraid. Slavio's going to come on. Gigel's going to come on as well. Bench is very weak due to a lot of injuries and stuff, so there's not really much I could do apart from the 2 subs I've just made there. But, I mean, when you're not playing well, you're just not playing well and you've got to come off. Just going to calmly encourage everyone again. I don't think I've encouraged everyone yet, actually. But we're going to go... Oh, no, Mazzatelli's injured. Ah, shit. We're going to do that. And, this isn't an ideal situation. I don't want to do that. That seems too negative for a game that we're losing. Vasconcelos, you can come on. I'm going to go attacking as well. I keep pausing it because I want to do it ASAP. You know, I want to do it as soon as it becomes possible, as soon as it's available. So attacking, and we're going to also go to a more a very fluid setup, and hope that opens up a few more opportunities for ourselves and not for Juve. We've had a shocking second half, yet to really threaten their goalkeeper with another clear-cut opportunity. But Sidibe, oh my God, almost an own goal. My God, how close do we want to get there? Damn it, man. That could have been it. That could be... Ceciliano can't get the ball before it goes out of play. But that could have been the chance, man. I think last 5 I've got to go overload. Actually, what's the other scoreline currently? It's Benfica and Moscow drawing. A draw wouldn't actually be a bad result today. So I do want to think about going overload if we don't maybe get the chance here. Carlos has gone down yet again injured. Maybe that's pushed the injury overboard and we could see ourselves go down to 10 men. Good save from Carlos's shot. And Cox kicks it out of play. Oh no, Carlos didn't have to come off. We've gone overload now. We're going to go for it and nothing happened. Overload never seems to... I never feel overload works. I feel like it's completely nerfed in the game. Or it's just rare that I see it work. Rare, really rare. But we've lost today against Juve. That's disappointing. That's the first game we've lost in the league at home, in the Champions League at home in almost 2 years. But yeah, it's just disappointing. The second half was a complete contrast to our first. Our first half we looked comfortable, looked nice in control. Second half we were weak. We didn't offer anything going forward. Sonogo had a poor game, which I think was one of the reasons why we didn't look very good going forward. But it goes into the last. It means going into the last game against Benfica, we are still looking for. Well, actually, we can't even afford to lose. We're looking for a draw or better. So we are still, obviously the slight favourites to go through. As Carlos has picked up a 3 to 4 weeks injury. How long until Rebic comes back? 8 days. That should be. Wait, when's the next Champions League game? It's actually not for a few weeks, so that's good. That is actually really good. So. Yeah, I'll meet you guys back in a second for the Benfica match. Alright guys, so I'm back. And we're now at the Benfica game. 58,663 people are going to be here. And it is the decider who will finish second, who will finish third, who will get Champions League knockout football, and who will get Europa League knockout football. Benfica have just lost their previous game, 3-1 in the league. Not sure whether they were resting a few people up for their match against us. We definitely did, so we've had a few more days preparation maybe than Benfica. Going into the team selection today, Carlos is currently out injured, but Rebic is back. So in a way, we are fielding our strongest team today, as well as Rudot. He is back from his suspension. So, we couldn't really field a stronger team. It's just about the performance we put out on field. We didn't look good in the first game against Juve. We didn't look as good against CSKA Moscow in Moscow. So is it going to be a case of we're good at home, but we're bad away? And if you were to weigh them up against each other, the bad outweighs the good. That's basically what this could come to. We need a draw or more to go through. If we'd have drawn to Juve, we could have even lost this match 2-0 and still gone through due to our better goal difference. But of course we couldn't get, we threw away a 1-goal advantage and we couldn't get the equaliser despite our poor efforts. So bookies are predicting a draw and I'm hoping for a win. But I would take anything that got us through to the Champions League group stage. Even if it were a 0-0, boring, shitty game with 3 highlights. 1 at kickoff, 1 at the middle of the game, and 1 at the end of the game. Sonogo trying to give us a goal very early on. In fact, we've missed a clear-cut opportunity 32 seconds in. Let's hope that isn't an early indication of how this game's going to pan out for us. Yet again, it is us on the ball. Muster to Ceciliano. Running, still going, running and running to the right. Now opening up to Sidibe. Good save from the goalkeeper, but we get the rebound in. Sidibe, brilliant run from Ceciliano, actually creating the space for the Sidibe to run into. Look at that big hole we just left for Sidibe. And then took a touch, shot. Good save from Luis Carlos, but none of the defenders followed up. Sidibe, we know he's a player who does drive forward when he gets the ball, and continued his run and got the rebound in. So 1-0. And Rebic Ceciliano playing the ball around on the left-hand side. Been dispossessed, but we're going to get it back and hopefully fire it straight back at them. Mazzatelli, not a particularly good pass actually. And Cox has decided to come out. Good, no dodgy keeper moment there, but it's still not been greatly cleared by us. Muster with a challenge, unable to get it out, and Cox this time saving it. And that should hopefully be highlight over. Fabio had the chance to put Benfica back on level terms, but he missed it. Cox with a good save, and overall it wasn't a particularly great shot. It didn't look like it was going on target. Maybe it would have hit the post. Sonogo still not having a decent game, 6.6 match rating. Maybe he'll get a chance here. Rebic's been dispossessed. Sidibe's unable to get it back, and in fact, Muster's been caught out of position. Zulu is able to attack on the left-hand side with an abysmal shot. Was it a shot or a cross? I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you the difference there. But now time's gone by, quite a large chunk of the game's gone by, but Benfica get one back. Zulu with the goal, pulling it back on level terms. Whew, we did not need to see that go in. Benfica have been slowly clawing their way back into the game, and they get a goal from a pretty decent free kick. Again, the two strikers not playing great for us. Sonogo, a lot of pressure on him, you know, for him to score the goals. He is a really good striker, and he's not doing it so far in this match. Rebic gave him the ball to Sonogo. Let's see what he does here. Tormenting the defender, but Ceciliano is unable to score from the pass he created and the chance he created. Here's Sidibe whipping this one in, and Carragher with the goal. I think it actually is going to be ruled off for offside. Ruled out for offside. Looked marginal there, but the camera angle obviously couldn't really tell. But it's a goal disallowed. A chance missed with Ceciliano as well. Our chances at the end of the half were there. And, oh my God, we are fortunate to go in level from both aspects. We could have had a 2-goal lead. We could have at least a 1-goal lead. And then we could have easily gone in 1 goal down. So not a great game. Despite one Ivorian player getting us the goal. 2 of them are letting me down in a way. Mattia in defence and Sonogo up front. Sonogo had that chance there where he tormented the centre-back and created that chance. But I'm yet to see Sonogo have that shot at goal. Get in that right position to create something for the team. Carragher with the slight knock. Benfica whipping this one in, and Benfica get themselves the lead. Fuck! That is Benfica going through to the Champions League knockout round, as all things stay, if all things stay the same. Muster now with the one performing badly. Creating a few half chances in this half, but nothing more really. We're going to go attacking. Defensively, we had a poor game so far. I've gone attacking. Let's see what we can do. This is the first chance. Perez. Let's build up play. Carragher. Been dispossessed. Poor. Fabio. Oh, good save from Cox. It was a really good opportunity from Benfica there. The goal was all open for him. We're going to take Carragher off. We're going to bring Degel on. We're going to put Ceciliano back at right midfield. We're going to bring Dan Morgan on for Mazzatelli. And I'm going to just calmly tell the lads, a lot to come from you tonight, as well as you. Just, I think there's a lot to come from you. And I just want to do a team talk. Maybe we'll create a chance. No, I need to do a team talk. Just assertively get forward, push forward. Sonogo's looking furious. Rebic's looking furious. I don't really know why. We've got to get a goal though. Another chance maybe for us. Attacking down that right hand side, or looking to again. Back to Cox. Rudot. Morgan. Just about getting the ball there. Sonogo to Sidibe. Out to Dugel. To Rebic. Rebic! Oh, just wide of the goal. Unlucky. should have been his first goal since coming back from injury. In fact, I think this is his first appearance since coming back from injury. I can't remember if I played him in one of the other games, but what a goal by Sanogo. Gonna go back to control now. I'm not going to completely go back and look to sit on this because Benfica have looked dangerous all game. But what a fantastic goal from Sanogo. Siciliano playing it to Sidibe. Sidibe, goal scorer, turn creator. And Sanogo with a beautiful finish, powering that one behind the goalkeeper. Great challenge there from us. We need a goal. Another goal would put us through. I mean, it wouldn't exactly confirm the game. And in fact, Sanogo to Sidibe, to Giselle, gets in there from the young lad. The young Croat scoring a goal, which has surely put us through. It's 2 goals in 2 minutes from the team. And what a turnaround. That little bit of passion, a little bit of something we lacked at the end of the Juve game, we're seeing here. We could about to see a goal from Benfica, good block on whatever happened. I think it was a good save from Cox and good clearance from Perez, pretty much on the line. But yeah, we didn't show any desire at the end of the Juve match, and that really annoyed me because I thought if we could have seen some sort of a reaction or something happened after when attacking an overload, then at least I would be at least I could have said, all right, we tried, we couldn't create, we couldn't do anything, but I didn't. In this game, we've seen at least a few chances, and all right, we didn't take a few of them, but in the end, we've managed to take 2, and poor goalkeeping mistake will gift Sanogo a second, will gift us the win, and will put us through to the Champions League first knockout round. It's brilliant. It's been alright. There's been 2 keeper mistakes or defensive mistakes today. Oh no, wait, no, sorry, that was Siciliano's goal in the other game. Sorry, but alright, there's been a goalkeeping mistake and whatever. But in the end, that 4th goal has actually proved to be quite costly because it cost them the draw. But of course, we all knew that doesn't actually affect the end outcome. They're going to get themselves a man sent off. Oh no, he didn't actually. I thought some frustration would have shone through there. But there we go, a win away from home to Benfica. That means that in this group we have won 2 away games, something we couldn't achieve last year in the group stages. And we have beaten Benfica, not an easy team in any way, and 12 points in the group. Of course, our record. The first time we'll be going through to the Champions League knockout round. So, goal bonanza it was indeed, 4-3. It was an incredible comeback. And in the end, Sanogo's winner, surprisingly, getting the game. Giving us the game. You can go to the physio, Dan Morgan. But to me, that is the most important thing. Champions League first knockout round. Champions League last 16. Technically, we are one of the 16... We're in the top 16, I should say, best teams in Europe. That's how I see the Champions League. First knockout rounds. That's the story that tells you. So when is the draw for this? Because it should be relatively soon, or it might actually be in a while. It's going to be in a while, so I'll end this here, and I'll meet you back for that game. One thing I'm going to check out quickly, Gustavo Corla, who is the Bayern Munich top goal scorer, he had scored 9 goals in the group. Sanogo so far has gone on and scored since the Juve, that's the AIK game. So since the Juve game, 1 against Benfica. He scored 5 against Monaco, which is 6. He scored against Juve 0, and he scored 2 against Benfica. That puts him on 8 goals in the Champions League. So that would actually put him as the 2nd top goal scorer in the tournament, Sanogo. It just shows the presence he has on the present. What am I trying to say? It shows the presence he has on the pitch. He didn't play well against Juve. We lost the game. We struggled to really possess much of a threat going forward. He played well in the Moscow games. In the previous game against Benfica, we won. So we will be relying on him heavily in the first knockout rounds of the competition, where we'll be playing a team in first, which means potentially Chelsea, Bayern Munich, PSG, Man City, Monaco, Real Madrid, and Schalke. Potentially away Gibraltar United. So I'll meet you guys back in a second for the draw. Alright guys, so I'm back now for the draw, and we're not seeded, but we knew that. We knew we wouldn't be seeded. And when you just look at the names of the people who are seeded and are not seeded in this round of the draw, you can just see that, there's a certain something about their names. You know, there's a certain just historical factor to most of these names. Man City and Chelsea, you could argue. I'm a Chelsea fan, but you know, especially in Europe, that these names are quite historical. So even Chelsea of modern history. So. And you compare that to some of these teams, you know, it's just they're not the same, especially in modern football anyway. These teams aren't seen the same, especially mine. So it's nice to just play one of what are the big boys in Europe. So we already know we can't get Juve. So let's just go. So Fenerbahce, Juve, Southampton, Schalke, Lyon, Madrid, Gibraltar United are at home first. Chelsea, yes. Admittedly, if I wanted anyone, I wanted Monaco. And then it was probably Schalke. But it's always nice to play the team you support, in my eyes anyway. It's nothing more that I love doing than beating the team I support, especially when I start off with a small team, because to me it emphasises that I made it. I've beaten Chelsea. I only ever won a competition one time, of course, in 2012. I'm surprised I haven't won it since. In fact, you know, I'm a fair few years into the game. Robbie Nilsson is their manager. Who? Former Hearts actually starts the game. No, he doesn't start the game, sorry. He's at East Fife, not last year. What are his achievements? How has he, and relatively unknown in my eyes, gone to become the man to manage Chelsea? So he's been Hearts manager, was sacked. Aberdeen manager, was sacked. Went back to Hearts. Won the SPL. After being there for about a year, so one full season, that's somehow calculated to Chelsea, where he's now been for the past few years and has won the. I wonder if there isn't a way that I can just see like what he's won, but where he's won the Premier League once, twice, I think. Did it say? No. Well, yeah, twice. He's won the Premier League twice, the Capital One Cup and the Community Shield. So, I don't know. I'm surprised he manages Chelsea. Got a few people in there, you know, who are real, which I'm surprised about. Who are, wow, what a 33 still. Oh, wow, but not having a good year actually. Stephen Corker, still in there, English as well. Actually, you know what? Playing pretty well up until this year. Of course, he's only played 2 games. They got rid of Brown. They've still got Courtois. You know, still going along, 35 years of age. I've been in the Chelsea club now for about 15 years. I think I'm almost at the 15th season mark. Callum Chambers is in there. You know, some actual real legit people are in here, are actually really legitly good in real life. James Ward-Prowse, you know, 33 years of age. Been there for only 4 or 5 years. Quite a late person to leave Southampton. Marquinhos. PSG will by turn come over this year. That's a little bit of a surprise. 32 moving to England. I wouldn't really have guessed that. But you know, like I said, there were some real people in there. But it would just be nice. It's just nice, really, to play against, like I say, one of the big boys of modern football. You know, of real life football today. So they will be coming along. Has it all been officially like cemented in, or is it? Oh no, it has. I shouldn't have press continue. But yeah, it's all been officially cemented in. They'll be coming to Gibraltar, coming to Europa Point. It's not actually been confirmed on my dates yet. Let me continue forward. But yeah, they will be coming to Europa Point. If it wants to, yeah, go. They will be coming to Europa Point on the 23rd of February, playing us. And look at that. Look at the people we have suspended. Meti and Musta, both suspended from that match. I may need to think about re-registering a few people. I may do that. And then we will go to Zola Stadium. Bit typical. Zola, it's either Zola Lampard, from what I know. And then sometimes it's Mourinho, depending on how well Mourinho does at Chelsea. If he does really well in his second spell, they might name a stadium after him when he leaves. But yeah, gonna look forward to that. So this is going to be it for now, guys. It's been a really good video in terms of the results on my behalf and stuff. We lost to Juve, but we showed some quality against them. You know, we beat Benfica 4-3 in what was a hectic match. You know, we came alive in the last 10, and still they almost narrowly came back. And you know, most importantly, we got through to the promised land and knockout football in the Champions League. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to say we're going to beat Chelsea, but, you know, I wouldn't particularly roll it out either. I wouldn't go out and say we're definitely going to lose that match. We're going to struggle in the first leg away at home, you know, with Meti and Thingy being missing, Musta. But what I'm thinking is, when I said I was going to re-register a few people, I currently have Clark registered, Jesse Clark. And what I'm thinking is I may unregister Jesse Clark, re-register and register instead of him Christian Armada, and play Armada right back, play Ridot left back, play Perez and Amari centre back. Or what I may even try and do is, because of course I've got the December/January transfer window for me, the winter transfer window is actually coming up. I may look to try and loan in, if not sign, a new backup centre back and unregister Masoudi and Clark and re-register Amada and a new centre back, and then have a makeshift at the back four. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a few things, obviously, because it may seem overkill to just change the registration just for the 2 games or the knockout round. But if we go past that, you know, it'd be one of the best things this club's ever done. You know, if we can go past Chelsea this year. Like I say, I'm not going to rule it out, but I'm not going to go out and say we're definitely going to go through. We're definitely going to beat Chelsea at home. Away from home, we're going to get a narrow draw, and that would obviously be the ideal situation, but I don't think it's going to happen. So yeah, until next time, guys, until the 23rd of February, peace out.